Hello and welcome back to Boring Dead Gaming, where today we're going to be playing some more Rogue Trader Vader. Which rolls off the tongue. We are down in the lower decks aboard our void ship. There is some kind of rebellion fomenting here because of our Seneschal Abelard's heavy-handed treatment of what's been going on down here. A lot of valves and stuff to pull. Should we be doing anything with that? You don't know. Lower deck rabble. What's he doing? What have we got here? A container can be seen beyond the massive bars. Perhaps examining the pipe will allow you to reach it. What pipe? Sounds like it should be a puzzle, but... I don't know what else to do with it. Let's go through this door. There's a lot of valves and stuff, isn't there? Is this some kind of puzzle that isn't immediately obvious? Can't interact with them. Let's see what's going on down here. Inside the box, a string of scratched letters runs along the edge. Different first names, but the same surname. It looks like this box has been passed down in the family from generation to generation. Okay, what's in here? We have a machine write set, an expendable item. So they're just junk. Maybe. Okay, I don't know quite what to do with all these valves, I must admit. Maybe their purpose will become clear.
It's about time.
What we got? That's the lieutenant who told us about the danger, isn't it? The sounds of a heated discussion reverberate through the ship's bays. Lieutenant Avril Avent of the ship's enforcers is barring the path of a heavily built assault unit officer, and judging by their expressions and tone, the standoff has dragged on for some time already and has now reached boiling point. I have my orders to put an end to the unrest and purge this sector. You can take your orders and shove them. This is my deck and my sector. There are only 3 people who can waltz in here without my express permission. The first officer, the rogue trader, and the Emperor himself. So not all my lessons fall on deaf ears, Abelard mutters in crabby approval. He does not clarify whether he meant Lieutenant Vent, the officer looming over her, or both. Your lordship! Noticing you, the 2 officers, junior officers, snap to attention and salute, their subordinates following suit a moment later. What's the situation? Your lordship, my people have locked down the bay where the strikers are, including their leaders. We have the situation under control as far as resources allow. We encountered some locals on the way here. Their conduct was outrageous. They even tried to throw things at us. Vent pales slightly. The people are getting desperate, clearly. They saw the assault unit and they decided they had nothing left to lose. I apologise, Lord Captain. It is outrageous. I'm sure the people simply didn't recognise you. It wouldn't have occurred otherwise. We will deal with them once the current situation is resolved. Is that all you have to say? Are you sure you're worthy of an officer's rank? She pales slightly but straightens up and clips out. Forgive me, Lord Captain. I will take steps to ensure such a thing does not happen again. I want to speak to the strikers. Abelard's mouth twists, but he restrains himself and says nothing. Right you are, Lord Captain. Allow me to wish you good luck. Hope gleams in Vent's eyes. Okay, well that's a road to nowhere, so they must be down here. A dozen pairs of eyes stare apprehensively at you. The people before you are typical inhabitants of the lower decks. You take in their simple clothing, crude weapons, and faces that display varying levels of mutation, from the barely discernible, to the strange, to the outright grotesque. A whisper passes through the crowd and you detect a mixture of fear, astonishment and joy in their reactions. Finally, 3 people break away from the crowd, an elderly woman and 2 men. These must be the leaders. They bow clumsily before you. Lord Captain, you've come down to us. Tell me, what's troubling you? Why are you striking?
Striking? That's news to us, your lordship,
says a tall, thin man in worker's garb.
All we're doing is asking questions, saying what we think.
Oh, shut up, Beanpole,
snaps the old woman, who turns her hostile dark eyes on you.
Here's the deal, your lordship. Your damn enforcers are all over us down here. They say they're looking for pirates. One wrong word and they're reaching for their batons. If they want to punish someone, they turn off the heating to hold bays for a week at a time so we get sick and freeze. In my clan, 2 little ones died from inflammation in their lungs, all because of those enforcers.
The old woman spits on the floor and rubs at the spittle with the toe of her worn-out shoe. Argenta does not interrupt the workers, but you see a sadness well in her eyes when the children's deaths are mentioned. She quietly whispers a requiem prayer and makes a sign over herself.
It's all true. Vent is the only enforcer who stood up for us. It's clear as day she had a mother from the lower decks who grew up amidships and has no feeling towards us, no fellow feeling towards us.
Okay. I don't really get any of who stood up for us. It's clear as day who had a mother from the lower decks and who grew up amidships. Okay, I get it. The grim man with a scarred face throws up his arms.
Your lordship, we're no villains here. We're honest workers, we're your servants. We've plotted no disorder, we went on strike openly, and now we've got guns pointed at us. All we're doing is asking to be allowed to work in peace, without being harassed.
We could talk about the cultist amulet that was found.
Cultist amulet? What's that? The gewgaw they found on the dead drunkard? Well, if it was something evil or forbidden, we sure didn't know. The enforcers just said they were looking for pirates among us, and anyone obstructing their investigation would be punished. But how could there be pirates here? We know our own people, there have been no new faces around.
Definitely not, and if there were, we'd be the first to report them.
As for this amulet or whatever it is, they took it off a dead body. There are no pirates still breathing in our sector, that's for sure. But when that fight broke out, some enterprising folks looted the bodies. The boots they came back with. Nobody's ever tread these decks in boots so fine, I can tell you that. Seems to me these pirates have better commanders than us.
Oh yeah, those boots really were fine, and there was no harm in taking them, right? As for the amulet, it must have been pocketed by someone who didn't know any better. We don't need any amulets round here. We all worship the Emperor, and when we're working, we bow down before the machine spirits of the large and small transformers and the servo motor, the same way my grandfather was taught 100 years ago, by a tech priest who came calling. Believe us, your lordship, we're people of faith.
I confirm the information regarding the proper tending of the machine spirits in this sector. Servitors indicate that these commoners are performing the sacraments they are permitted to know.
Naive children, weren't you taught from an early age about the dangers of the archenemy's creations? Weren't you warned that any unfamiliar object could be one of them?
We were told, Holy Sister, but it was long ago. The last time we saw a confessor in our sector, it was just after I had my 3rd little one.
That is regrettable, but you cannot lay the burden of leading a righteous life on the shoulders of the Holy Fathers. Who will you blame when beasts crawl out of those amulets you stole from the heretics? The Holy Father who was not there, or the scavenger who brought evil down on himself and his neighbours? Abelard, do you have anything to add?
I authorize the use of all necessary measures to locate chaos worshippers hiding in this sector. The specific steps taken by the officers were not reported to me.
Abelard frowns, clearly disgruntled at having to explain himself in the workers' presence.
Nevertheless, I am certain that their actions were justified. Heretic pirates are no drunken stevedores. They are the enemy and a threat to the ship. Neutralizing them demands decisive action.
We were attacked on the way here. How do you explain that?
Here's an explanation for you. The people have been pushed to their limit and now they're lashing out. As if we don't know why these top deck units are being sent down here. Like that one there, that the lieutenant won't let past.
Our clans are all inside the bay that's been sealed off. But the lower decks are big. I'm sure there are some who've had just about enough. We were getting it from all sides. The soldiers have encircled the ones who've risen up. A death squad has just arrived. It's no wonder folk are lashing out.
Awareness check succeeded. Their words seem sincere to you. Their body language and the glances traded between them reveal that the news of the attack has shocked them. What changes are you after?
Oh, would you look at this? The exalted Lord Captain himself is asking us bildrats what we want. Well, here's what. We want you to rein in your damned enforcers, to quit turning off the heat, and to stop battering everything that moves. No, that's not it. We want the enforcers gone from here, and we want to be armed. Give us arms, and we'll govern ourselves. We'll defend ourselves if these pirates do show their faces. I've been the leader of my clan for 20 years now. Getting rid of these club-wielding thugs can only improve things around here.
Oh, you've gone too far, old Nan. They'll never let the maggots on the lower decks live without the enforcers breathing down their necks. They probably even insist on enforcers on the upper decks too. As for weapons, what do we need them for? For the first days out, we'll have someone shooting their neighbour out of stupidity or drunkenness. We don't need that. If the enforcers stop hassling us, that'll be enough. In return, we'll find the scavengers who robbed the pirates' bodies and we'll talk to them, one lower decker to another. If there are any more of those damned amulets about, we'll hand them over to the enforcers ourselves.
You speak for yourself and your clan, and I'll speak for me and mine. I don't want empty gestures, I want real change. They'll promise us the world now, but as soon as the Anointed One turns his back, these brutes will be on us even harder than before. All because we dared to speak out.
The tall worker's eyes dart between the two arguing leaders. Every few seconds he opens his mouth as if planning to agree, but each time he falls silent, simply making a few vague noises of approval. Coercion. Spreading anarchy on the ship is the first step towards embracing chaos. Putting weapons into untrained hands would be worse. Okay. I give them weapons. No, we're not going to kill everyone. Let's do the coercion one. What's our chance of success? 60%. That's not amazing. It did succeed. The tall worker they call Beanpole shrugs and casts a sidelong look at the old woman.
Old Nan, listen! Listen! The Lord Captain himself has come down to us and is offering concessions. And I don't know a single person in the whole of Depot 4 who's ever stood next to the rogue trader, let alone talk to them. Back down. Now's no time for you to be a stubborn old crone.
Listen to us, old Nan. The three clans of Depot 4 ought to act as one. We've made our minds up. It's your turn to decide. Don't ask them to disband the enforcers or give us weapons. We don't need any of that.
The old woman hisses in dissatisfaction.
Ugh. You two are ganging up on me, is that it? So brave you are against an old woman. But I'll shut up. I will indeed. I won't go against two clan leaders on my own. If you want to make peace with the enforcers, make your peace.
Oh, that's great. Just fantastic. Lord Captain, we're all agreed. Okay, we're not going to kill them. Then it's decided the persecution will stop, and I will expect you to assist in locating any remaining amulets or weapons left by the pirates. Oh, your lordship, thank you. You've not abandoned us lower deckers. You came yourself and settled everything. I'll tell my grandchildren about this.
Of course, your lordship. We'll root out any nasty business faster than the enforcers, and we'll leave no stone unturned.
Good. Okay, well we've sorted that out now then, I presume. What's this way?
This ocular implant is a worthwhile investment.
Okay, okay. There is something going on down here, but I've no idea kind of what the puzzle is. There is a chest of goods here, though. We have a multi-key, okay. Oh, we can turn this valve. We can turn this one. Can we go back to this one? We can. What does that do? Okay, we've turned this one. Maybe they have to be turned in a certain order? I don't think there's anything there.
Victory awaits!
There's one here. Okay, we can do this one. Okay, that's done now. There's one over here. We can do that one. And down here. That's nothing. Okay. What about the ones over here? Ah, this one.
Weakness.
No. This one. That's done. No. Alright, what about this one again? Oh no, let's do this one. I think that other one's going to be the last one to do. Unless it's now. Oh, okay. We've got the thing in the pipe now. Right, let's just use tech use.
This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
I mean, okay. So, okay, well, I think we've done the entirety of this deck now. So I guess we just go back. Stopping unexpectedly, Abelard imperiously dismisses the unit to stand at a distance and addresses your other companions, saying, "I have an urgent matter to discuss with the Lord Captain. Please give us a moment." Abelard looks at you and his last vestiges of restraint vanish. "Well, are you pleased with your investigation, Lord Captain?" "You kowtow to the disloyal rabble. You believe their lies and show them leniency. The next time the ship is attacked by pirates, that rabble will welcome them in with open arms and allow them to wreak whatever havoc they like, because they see you as a weak leader. Is that how you see your future at the helm of the Von Valancius Protectorate?" Let's talk about your role instead. You allowed this revolt to happen, and your actions practically guaranteed that it would. "I would have handled the situation myself had you not decided to intervene," Abelard says irascibly. "Remember Lord Captain Theodora. Do you think she ever set one slippered foot on the lower decks? No, she did not. Such matters were left to myself and the junior officers, while she dedicated herself to her grand designs for the Protectorate, as any true strategist and rogue trader ought." I'd be only too willing to trust in you and not fill my head with such matters, but the situation has spiraled out of your control. Abelard's face relaxes slightly. "You're right, at least as concerns junior officers making complaints directly to you. And, he stands straight at attention. "I lost my temper, Lord Captain, and I believe I ought to explain myself." He speaks slowly, the words not coming easily to him. "The prosperity of the Von Valancius Protectorate is not just an empty phrase to me. I left the Imperial Navy for the chance to see it flourish. It was the most momentous decision of my life. I did it because I saw in Lord Captain Theodora's deeds the sign of true greatness. Rogue traders do not simply forge new routes and capture worlds, they create order out of anarchy. That creative impulse was entirely lacking during my time in the military. So I left behind everything I'd known, everything my family had known. I come from a long line of officers, and I embarked upon this incredibly reckless venture. Lord Captain Theodora entrusted me with all the concerns she had no time for. She would go off on her flagship for long periods to distant frontiers, on scouting voyages, and the advancement of the entire Protectorate rested on my shoulders. And suddenly, everything that had been built up over years and years began to quake, rattling like a flimsy hanger on a seismically active world. Oof. One of the senior officers betrayed us all. The rogue trader was killed, and who knows what is happening on the planets. I tell you this honestly, without fear of appearing weak. All this has come as a grievous blow to me. I am not panicking or grieving because I cannot allow myself to panic or grieve. I am duty-bound to aid the new rogue trader, to aid you, to find your footing as quickly as possible, and to do that I must insulate you from the problems that in the past have been dealt with by tried and trusted procedures set out in the ship's regulations. Procedures that were established long ago and have functioned smoothly for decades cannot suddenly be deemed excess to requirements. Theodora trusted in established procedures and she died. I won't make the same mistake. If you want to keep building the future of the Von Valancius Protectorate with me, stop living in the past. Abelard solemnly inclines his head. "Yes, Lord Captain." After a moment's silence, he adds, looking at you with interest, "Your resolve is admirable and demonstrates strong leadership. I shall remember this moment should my old habits ever begin to creep back in. And now, please, let us leave the lower decks. If the rogue trader desires to stretch his legs, there are far more suitable places." Okay, well, I think we've dealt with that now. Let's head back. Okay, well, we've leveled up. Let's have a look. Here we go. Character features. Daring Breach additionally. What is Daring Breach? Do I know what that is? grants additional +10 to movement points till the end of the turn. This turn the fighter does not provoke attacks of opportunity. Well, that's pretty good. Until the end of combat, the fighter gains 4 MP for each kill. Till the end of combat, the fighter may use their MP after attacking. Oh, movement points. Ooh. After attacking and using abilities. That's really good. I like that. For 1 round, the fighter becomes the priority target. That's, yeah, maybe not. This turn, melee attacks deal additional damage. I quite like this one. So you gain 4 MP for each kill, and you can use them off. Movement points off for each kill, and you can use them after attacking. I think that's really. I like that actually. Yeah. Nice. Okay, what does the tech priest get? Until the adept's next round, the target can't move. Until the end of combat, targets. Maybe. The attack also cripples enemy attacks. The attack also intimidates all enemies in a 5-square radius. The target also provokes attack of opportunity anytime it attacks. Might be good on bosses. This could be quite good on a group though, reducing dodge and armor by 15%. I think this one, because I could see a use for that in, like, you know, a big target enemy. Marksman. This turn, the marksman gets 4 movement points, and their attacks don't spend movement points. Ooh. Quite like that. Until the end of combat, marksman's rate of fire is increased by 30%. Until the end of the combat, all marksman's attacks are 20% harder to dodge. Until the end of the combat, marksman's ranged attacks gain +2 penetration. Okay. We haven't had an area effect. Well, mind you, we have got a flamer now. I quite like this one. I think anything that kind of boosts our mobility is pretty good. This is going to be pretty much the same, isn't it? I'll tell you what, let's give her attacks this instead. And he's going to be the same as us, isn't he? Let's, for the sake of a different one, let's give him that and see how that works out. Pretty cool. Right, well, we should probably speak to Argenta. She wants to speak to us about something. Where is she? Is she down here somewhere? There she is. Why are we running all the way around there? Sister Argenta looks tired. There are dark circles under her eyes. Her hair is somewhat disheveled and she moves like she's a little on edge. Rogue Trader? You said you have a personal request for me. Indeed, I have a request, Rogue Trader. The accursed servants of Chaos who assaulted this ship took the lives of your loyal crew members, and they orphaned many children, including the progeny of the brave officers who defended their posts until the bitter end. I don't know what customary practices there are for cases like this in Von Valancius's territory, but in the world I'm familiar with, the children of such brave souls could expect to receive some special consideration. Perhaps the Rogue Trader could meet with the orphans. I will meet them, no formalities needed. These are the children of people who gave their lives for the Von Valancius dynasty. My consideration is the least that they deserve. I will pass on your instructions. Thank you for taking my request to heart. Oh, we're going straight there, are we? The motley group of children and adolescents don't take their eyes off you, gazing at you as if you were a creature straight from a fairy tale. Argenta is standing to the side of the group next to the youngest visitors. You notice her giving them looks and inconspicuous gestures of encouragement. At your approach, she perks up and announces, her voice ringing, "Brave ones, the master of the ship has appeared before you, the one who guides it through the darkness of the universe by the Emperor's will. Greet your Lord Captain, the Rogue Trader of House Von Valancius." We could address them solemnly, or smile. Let's do this one, because it mentions their parents. Children of the brave servants of House von Valancius, I, the rogue trader and Lord Captain of this ship, speak to you now. Your parents gave their lives for a just cause and brought honour to the von Valancius banners and those of the Imperium. I am proud of them and believe that you will become their worthy heirs. The children hang on your every word with bated breath. Only a few teenagers at the far end of the row seem sullen and not particularly impressed by your speech. Suddenly, all the sounds in the module are drowned out by a very loud sniffle. It has the effect of a dam burst. You now hear whispers, sobs, and subtle grumbles. One of the older orphans, a teenager with a thin scar across his face, tosses his head back and says bitterly, "So what? Why should we care? Our friends and parents died in their dozens for you noble lot, and you just give us speeches?" Argenta quickly turns to the boy. A flurry of emotions flashes in her dark eyes, like she wants to both calm him and scold him for his impudence. Spank the troublemaker. If you have things to say them without fear. I will listen. The boy smiles grimly, not at all like a child. It doesn't matter what we say. It won't bring our parents back. And it won't change our fates either. We'll keep slaving away on this ship until we drop and die like our folks, or worse. Spank him. I understand your grief and dismay. Your parents died. It's not an easy thing to go through. They gave their lives for the truth, for the good of the whole ship, and for the Imperium. Do not speak of their honourable fate with anger and disdain. Or maybe this one. When the pirates who killed your parents attacked the ship, I was there. I took command, I fought, and I repelled the assault as quickly as I could. But no war can be won without losses. You can only strive to do what is within your power. You heard the rogue trader. His words carry the wisdom of the Imperium. It's hard to say whether or not your words have left an impression on the boy, but he nods slowly. Then he catches himself and gives you an awkward bow. Argenta rubs her temple pensively. She smiles at the younger children, offers a few more words of encouragement, and then leaves the boy. Okay. I mean, I think that went alright. Probably could have gone better, but probably could have gone worse. I think maybe we should have said to spank him. That'd have been interesting. Okay, well that's done now. What else have we got going on? I quite like. Is there a way to get into like the void ship management here? What's Corpus Valencia? So that's like a. Okay, we've got a map, journal, void ship management. Here we go. Let's take a look at this because I don't know anything about this at all. We've got upgrades, skills. We have a rank available. Okay, so there is just if you've played the War of the Righteous, you know there was like a sort of campaign element where your army could fight other armies. Well, this has something similar in that you have your void ship can have space battles. So I guess this is basic abilities for us in there. It's hard to know what's good. The language there's odd, isn't it? Allows to control the nearest torpedo salvo launched other turn to move it for 5 MP. What does that mean? That needs rewriting, I think, because I have no idea what that's supposed to do. But reinforced shields, I think I can guess what that does. And we might get another one. What's warp wave? I'll take warp wave. Sure. And posts. Okay, so we can't do that right now. But what's this upgrade thing? So if we were to do, if I click on engine, it doesn't do anything. Shields. Upgrade hull for 50. Oh, I've got 400 points. So upgrade RAM. Okay. Okay, so if I upgrade the hull for 50. What did that change? Like if I did the upgrade RAM, so this 50 damage, what does it do now? 50 damage. Ah, yes, we had more hit points because of that. And the RAM damage increased. Okay, well let's not spend all our points now. It might be worth doing that later. We were picking up a lot of cargo as well, so what does this do? You can withdraw usable trophies from your cargoes if there are any. Selling full cargoes to merchants improves reputation with their faction. Okay. Can I stick this somewhere? No. Now what does this do? Bottle of Amasec. Crack grenade? Oh, I can put the grenades in there. What about these swords I've been picking up? Okay. Melee weaponry, 106. Okay, so we've got ranged weaponry. There's 115. 113, 105. Okay, we should probably keep that. Like the shock baton, that can all go there. Knife. Let's stick all this stuff in here. How's that? Okay, so I think we've got, yeah, so we've added all of this stuff to this cargo list. So what do I... If there are any. Okay, so do I have any usable ones? Maybe not yet. Okay, well, fine. I don't really know what else to do there. So we'll leave it for now. So if I look at the journal, we could go to Navis Nobility, or we could go to the monastery, or we could go to the prison. Got any rumours? According to the satellites, one of the unidentified void ships circling the nearby star has landed on a large uninhabited world in the system. Interesting. So what do we do? Do we go to the map? No. How do I move on with this thing? Here we go. Oh no, don't go there. I was just wondering what that was. What is this? The Vox crackles to life and Chief Helmsman Revolt addresses you. Here's the thing, Lord Captain. It's not very obvious, but there is a void ship sitting in the local asteroid field. Sure is quiet, as if it were huddled in there on purpose. It's not like I'm surprised. The thing is more of a piece of junk than a ship at this point. Somebody sure went to town on that thing. We're registering critical damage to the hull and depressurization of several compartments. Oh, there is an incoming transmission now too. Ragged void ship. Hear us? The Vox transmission hisses and abruptly cuts to static. Do not need any help. Pete, do not need help. Copy? The Vox relays a different voice. Keep following, they'll pass us by, won't they? Protects us.
Lord Captain, I'm told our augurs cannot determine the allegiance of the vessel. To sum everything up, there is an identified and badly damaged vessel within an asteroid field near Riccardi Filia colony that is refusing help, which, not to put too fine a point on it, has not been offered to them yet.
Let it identify itself.
Aye, Lord Captain. The connection is established. Unknown vessel, we're receiving you. Identify yourselves. I repeat, identify yourselves.
For a brief moment, the Vox only hisses and snaps, and then several voices at once start shouting over one another. Do not tell! Tell him! We're done for!
This is Thunderfang.
We are... One of the voices falters uncertainly and is replaced by another. A merchant vessel! Do you copy? We are a private merchant vessel. A merchant vessel, of course they are. Damn my stupid head. Where do I hear this name before? Thunderfang. Have we got any data about the damage to this ship?
The telemetry shows multiple hull breaches, most likely caused by a combat ship's guns. Several compartments are leaking air, the bridge has been almost completely obliterated, 2 of the engines are critically damaged. Somebody gave them a thrashing so solid they barely managed to limp away.
Thunderfang, what happened to you? The Vox responds by bursting into a cacophony of sounds, words, and emotions. Someone is chuckling bitterly, someone is swearing in foul language, and someone is hissing, furiously demanding that the other ship shut up. We managed to make out little from all this noise. We were just flying, minding our own business, straight out of the blue, and opened fire. Miracle we could get away. Emperor protected, and then more fire. Who? Void only knows. Roasted our tail, bombed everything. Our folks are left without our help. We never got to them. Are they children? Why can't we identify you? Why, I don't know. What if... Certainly not. The whispering dies, and a clear, youthful voice cuts through the static. Our vessel is badly damaged. Is presenting the correct identification. We assure you. Merchant vessel. Stormfang does not require aid. Thunderfang, now stop playing games and explain again what you forgot in the area. And this time tell us the truth. Happy now? What have you done? Oh, it's too late now. The Vox channel is again filled with the angry whispering of several voices. The whispers and static are drowned out by a clear and slightly frightened voice. Do you copy? We are from the fellow of the Void, but we did not come here to loot on a different business, to help our own out of jail. Do not hurt, please. We already had our chronos cleaned. How about striking a deal? Our hold is full of goods.
Just so you know, Lord Captain, the Fellowship of the Void is a ragtag gathering of several pirate teams in the Coronis Expanse. They consider themselves above regular heretics solely because they sometimes have Vox conversations with those whom they are about to board. Had it been up to me, I would make them eat a salvo from the macro cannons to shake the scum out of the decks. They sure deserve it.
High Factotum Janris Danrock. The honeyed voice of the High Factotum interrupts the translation with a polite cough. I would wait on destroying the vessel if I were you. Although the moral aspects of their livelihood do cause some awkward questions, the Fellowship of the Void remains a supplier of goods to the local market. Perhaps you will find dealing with them acceptable, especially when the warp jumps are not available. Alright, get ready for commercial exchange. I want to sell all the junk I've collected. That's them, isn't it? Where's my sell? Can I sell all this stuff? Well, there's some stuff they won't sell. Buy. If I was to... Oh, okay. Here we go. Oh, there's some loads of stuff here as well. Alright, so everything that they'll take.
Okay. What did that get us? Oh, okay, I had to click it twice. So, right, so we're up to what does that do? What does relationship level actually do for us? Is it like do we get a discount or anything? Doesn't look like it. Oh, they will sell us additional things. Where's my... How much money have I got? What's... Oh, can I... Why can't I highlight anything? Profit factor is too low. What's my profit factor? Okay, so it's only these things I can buy. So how does... What is the profit factor? How do I know what my profit factor is? Is this it? 10? Okay. Well, I find this all very confusing. I mean, I would have liked to have bought one of these. Get them a load of stuff. Alright, let's try and buy a medkit then. Fine. So we got a medkit. This didn't go down. Representation of the relative value of the rogue trader's want of trade and what opportunities and resources it can call upon. Alright. Okay, I don't really get it, but maybe if we do stuff in the system that will go up. Oh, it's all a bit confusing, honestly. Let's go over here and scan this planet. This might be the prison. Here we go, the prison planetoid, Ricardi Filia. What's extractum? Don't know. Yeah, let's go down with the group. Okay, well, we got some goods here. I kind of know what all this stuff's for now, so we kind of want to take everything. That means we can sell it later to get reputation points.
I noticed something.
Okay, what did we notice? Is there a trap? Captain Vicari, escort, please come in. Blah, blah, blah. Pilot Raquel. The pale young woman looks at you with a mixture of hope and disbelief. Disbelief swirling in her eyes. You notice her hands trembling as she clutches her weapon.
Who are you? Did you come from this planet? Are you reinforcements? Oh, Saint's teeth, I thought you'd never come.
Abelard teaches riffraff the proper way of addressing a sovereign. Yeah, let's do that. Abelard glares at the woman, his brow furrowing. Officer, the person before you is Boring Dude von Valancius, the rogue trader. Although you are, from what I gather, a subject of another dynasty, you would do well to introduce yourself with the proper decorum.
At once, sir.
The woman stands at attention. Captain Raquel Vicari, servant of House Winterscale and the pilot of this shuttle. It is an honour to be greeting His Lordship von Valancius. I've no time for long-winded talks. Brief me on the situation and be concise. Reporting! There's been a prison riot on the planetoid, led by the prison warden himself. My Lord Yvain Winterscale, son of rogue trader Kelagos Winterscale, went to parley with him. The warden himself is spearheading a riot? Yes! She bites her lip. No one expected this. Master Castaglia is a nobleman from a respected governor house and a vassal to House Winterscale. All of a sudden he's proclaimed that Riccardi Filia was now his personal domain, that the prisoners were his subjects and that he would never bow to anyone again. It's pure heresy. And I take it they're looking forward to a diet of sand and gravel. What kind of madman would start a revolt on a barren rock? Is this prison riot connected to the planetary rebellion? It seems more likely that Warden Castaglia learned about the rebellion on Ricard Monoris and decided to use the situation to his advantage. I can't say for certain. Perhaps no one can. Governor Medina has always preferred to shoot rebels rather than inquire into their motives and connections. Why would Winterscale have felt the need to parley with the distance? She sighs quietly. Oh, it's a personal matter. Master Castaglia, the seditious warden, is Lord Yvain's childhood friend. When my lord heard of the riot, the news saddened him greatly, and so he rushed here without delay, in hopes of bringing his old friend to his senses, no doubt. The first Winterscale in my memory prefers to talk first rather than shoot and slash. She smiles faintly. Young Lord Winterscale is not his father's shadow. If he's determined to save his friend, he won't back down. I pray to the throne that he's alive and well. He's been gone for such a long time, and I don't really like this place. I'm looking for a man by the name of Heinrich von Kalox. Is he here, perhaps? Unless it's one of the prisoners or guards, then it seems unlikely. There are no shuttles in working order other than yours and mine. There's nothing else anyone could have used to reach this place. Anything else I should know? Some of the rebels have holed up in the barracks. I don't know how many, but given this is the only way through to where the negotiations are taking place, I would expect heavy resistance. Please take caution, your lordship. Lord Winterscale's guards mined the entrance so the rebels couldn't get to the shuttle. All right, you can go. Your lordship, if I may have a minute of your time, I wouldn't ever have dared to trouble you with a personal matter, but the situation... In any case, have you been to the capital of Ricard Monoris yet? I wanted to ask if you saw a man there, a communications officer by the name of Jasper. I met Jasper at the starport and saved his life. I expect some show of gratitude. You need not worry, Jasper's alive. She lets out a long sigh. You can see the relief gleaming in her eyes. Oh, you can't imagine how much I needed to hear that. Thank you. She bows. You can tell by the desperation in her eyes that she is exhausted, frightened, and wishes to be off this planetoid as soon as possible. Okay. So we've got a mine here. Let's get rid of that, I guess.
The Emperor favors me today.
Alright, let's go into the barracks.
Would you look at that?
So she's my demolitions expert, isn't she? That's fine.
I better myself through my service. Never doubt me.
Alright, let's carry on. We've been ambushed. That means we can't move our people to start with. Hello. Indira first. I'd like to be able to zap someone. Maybe if she comes here. That's pretty good. We'll try and save her a point for that. Alright. Can't hit him. Can't hit him. Great. Ugh. Oh, she can see him though. Why can't she? Alright. Well, let's do this empowerment thing. Let's do... Boring dude.
My faith shields me.
Pascal, okay. I'll put a burst on here, you might hit both. Is that it? Alright, let's chuck this on as well then. Abelard. Well, you can start by dealing with these.
It will be done. Someone else can do this. Indeed.
Tell me it said that was unavailable and then it wasn't. Okay there. Boring rolled low this time. Ooh, she does have the flames. I wonder if they can reach far enough. Flame spray, flame stream. Okay, give it a go.
Each is a prayer.
I think she should run and gun and do it again.
God Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart. Eradicated.
Yep, that'll do it. Okay, well I've got this guy here. I guess I'll run in there.
Forge ahead!
Switch to my axe again.
Suits my purposes.
High momentum.
We could charge.
Dare you strike at the
Oh no,
Emperor's
shit, we just hit our I didn't want to do that. I thought it would just be movement.
Is now. I shall not fear. Nothing I
There he goes.
was your biggest mistake.
Sweet. Now what's the post do? What's happening with that?
Operation successful.
What have we got? Goods. Improved auto pistol, that might be nice. And a prisoner's shank. And a bunch of stuff. Okay, so the improved pistol. The bolt pistol. That's not particularly good, is it? Yeah, don't know. Fine, but I think what we're using is better, so. Actually, let's loot the Grenadier Guard. What's he got? Chainmail. Could be worth looking at. Got a grenade. Stub revolver. I might as well take all this stuff now. Okay, well, we're kind of entering into like a dungeon kind of area, so I think we'll probably leave it there for today. When we come back, we'll have a proper look into this prison riot and what's going on here. And, oh god, there's something going on there. And try and sort it out. But thanks very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Rogue Trader, the current beta that's available. If you did enjoy it, if you could hit the thumbs up button on the video, that'd be amazing. As would leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about the game and the way it's all going. Just be really good to hear your thoughts. And if you're watching this and haven't already subscribed to the channel, it would be amazing if you do so as well. So thanks very much once again, and I hope to see you next time for more Rogue Trader. Bye for now.